Hello everyone. Welcome to the User of Bricks channel. Today I am going to do a little bit of an overview of a mod that I have recently been working on. That would be MoCreating. This mod adds a bunch of different things right now. They're mostly recipes for you to create a bunch of different things. It also adds the ability to get mob heads and player heads by killing the different things. So if you kill a player, you get its head. You kill a mob, it has a chance of dropping its head. So, yeah. This mod does add tons of recipes. So I have had so far a few people requesting images for the crafting recipes, and I say, well, there's about over 200 different recipes. So yeah. All of the recipes won't be shown, but I will be showing you a few of them. To give you a perspective about just how many there are, here is me going through the actual files themselves. You also get to see what they actually are. So a quick disclaimer before we continue. This mod is created for the 1.14.4 version of Minecraft. It's created for this version just because I play on a server with a bunch of other people, and I created this mod for that server. Also, it is not created with MoCreating, so beware of that. This mod is also in a beta state, so it is not in a full release yet. So, yeah, let's get on to those files. As you can see, there is quite a few recipes in the mod. Like, I have added so many. I have implemented universal dyeing. I have different tabs for different recipes in my mod files. There's all of the different coral and prismarine, different prismarine things, the sponge, different trident recipes. There's a bunch of different stone recipes, which includes a lot of the quartz, the cobblestone, the monster egg blocks, the infested stone stuff, obsidian, and of course stone. There's all the different stairs, which you can now turn into blocks using I believe it's 3 stairs in a crafting bench, or sorry, 4 stairs. 4 stairs, you get 3 blocks from them. And then there's smelting. This is really simple. There's a bunch of dead bush recipes. It's pretty much all of the saplings being burned into dead bushes. And then there's zombie flesh to leather. There's also slabs to blocks. All of the different slabs are in here. There's a bunch of different sand recipes, which is red sand and sand. It's the uncrafting and crafting of it. So red sand, you can do red dye and the normal sand to create red sand. And then sand, you use yellow dye and red sand to get sand. And then there's the recipes for all the records. And then I have an organics folder, which has a bunch of different things that either come from organics or are how to create different organic things like skulls and mushroom blocks and trapdoors, spruce wood, like the all-sided wood. Here I keep all of the spawn egg recipes. As you can see, there are a lot of spawn egg recipes. It's insane, to be honest. It took forever, and I don't know if I'll be able to fully show you them all unless I use a video. There's also different dirt recipes, such as the grass path, grass, gravel, mycelium, and podzol. There's a bunch of different nether recipes, like glowstone dust coming from the glowstone block. For some reason you couldn't do this before. It just makes sense that you'd be able to do this. And then there's also the nether shard and nether star recipes. If you didn't know, the nether dust creates the nether shard, which the nether shard combined with the diamonds creates the nether star. The nether dust you can get from killing wither skeletons, and those dust drops just about as rare as wither skeleton skulls at the moment. If you have any worries about that, please let me know, and I'd love to hear the feedback. You can also craft netherwort from the netherwort block. You couldn't do this before. There's a bunch of ice recipes, like creating ice itself, which is a water bucket and 4 snowballs around it, I believe. I also have another ice recipe in there. I forget what that one is. Also got packed ice going down to blue ice being uncrafted to ice, and then I also have packed ice being uncrafted down into ice. You get 9 of each, just like you use 9 to get the higher tier. You can also craft uncraft snow blocks to get snowballs, and then also there's a bunch of end recipes, like the different things to create the elytra. The list for creating the elytra is crazy. The elytra being an endgame item, I didn't want it to be readily available to the starting out player. So I made it really hard to get. You have to get pretty much a full inventory of phantom membranes. I think the actual count is something like 3,000 some odd, but yeah. Then I have a few armor recipes. This is for like chainmail, the horse armor, and there's now 2 different recipes for each. There's also 2 recipes for saddles. Yeah, and also there's a bunch of different edited recipes as well. I just finished adding a bunch of these actually today. So it fixes acacia stairs, or sorry, not acacia stairs, just stairs in general. Instead of getting 4 from the crafting recipe, you get 8, because if you actually count the different parts, the stair math adds up to 8 stairs instead of 4, which is much more efficient with your resources. Okay, I believe, yeah, that would be all of the recipes. There's also a lot of loot table changes, but I shall talk to you about that in game. So yeah, as you saw, there are quite a few recipes, and yeah, they range really all across the board. So yeah, so mob loot tables. The only thing that has really changed with them is that wither skeletons now drop the nether dust, which you can craft to create nether shards, which you can craft with the diamonds to create the Nether Star, as I said in the previous clip. So, yeah, the other thing that has changed is that shulkers now drop their shell a little more often. This is really to help with servers and to make it so that the map doesn't just keep expanding, making the server slower and slower. So, yeah. Another thing that has changed is that mobs drop their heads. Yeah, it's pretty simple. They just drop their heads. Every mob in the game has a head, and it is dropped. So, yeah. And then, as I said before, also players drop their heads as well. So that technically is a loot table change. So yeah, when you kill another player, they'll drop their head, and the head in the lore will say who killed the player to get that head. So, cool stuff. Yeah. And that is pretty much all that has been added so far. So if we go into the inventory, I will show you a few things, namely things that are not on my CurseForge images page, namely the spawn eggs. So let's find those real quick. So I want to just quickly go over all of the different recipes for the spawn eggs, as there are a lot of them, and taking images of them all, getting them all into one image, and putting that up there is just too much for me to do at the moment. So, all the spawn eggs require a gas tier in the center of a crafting table. The difference between them is what is on the outside. So you will need to kill the actual mobs multiple times before you can get the spawn eggs. So, I will let this clip keep rolling to the end so that you can see all of the different all the different recipes for the spawn eggs. So, yeah, I shall see you right afterwards. So that was a quick clip of all of the spawn eggs. So yeah, this mod I do plan on getting adding to it, adding things such as double slab combinations. They will be eventually I will add them in, maybe not all of them at once, but they will eventually all be added. They will be available eventually through crafting, because just placing them on top of one another is a little harder than you may think. I also plan on adding things like mycelium blocks, podzol blocks, and grass blocks. What I mean by that is making it so that you can craft blocks that have mycelium on them, such as gravel mycelium, or stone mycelium, or sand mycelium, or Podzol variations of those, such as that. I also plan on creating some sort of way to duplicate the elytra. Currently, that is not possible. I hope to add that soon, though. Adding advancements, that'll also be something I hope to be doing, as that will just make the mod feel a bit more complete than it currently feels. But yeah, I think that is the end of the video. I hope you all have enjoyed getting to see something that I've been working on recently. And yeah, if you have, please leave the like button, or hit the like button, and leave a comment down below. Consider subscribing to get notified of when I release a next video. I hope to be releasing MCreator tutorials soon, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I shall see you next time. This has been Views of Bricks.